Hi everyone, welcome back. Today I'm taking you on United Airlines flight UA858 non-stop from Shanghai Pudong, PVG, to San Francisco Airport. This one is a long crossing, ocean, islands, a famous mountain, a midnight dateline hop, and a sunrise landing on the California coast. I'll point out what I saw from my window, share a few surprises, and tell you what it felt like. Let's get on board. We pushed back and lifted off just after 12:50 p.m. local time. Shanghai's towers and the Huangpu River slipped away beneath a blanket of sun and haze. And very quickly we were above the East China Sea, blue water and scattered ships as far as the eye could see. For the next little while it felt like the world had only ocean and sky. I leaned my head against the window and watched the clouds change, full daylight stretching on for hours. A few hours in, the coastlines of Japan began to appear. First, I noticed a chain of islands. These are the Kyushu Islands, and then further northwest, the Shikoku/Honshu Island chain, depending on wind and routing. Those little green specks in the blue ocean looked like bookmarks for the Pacific. If you catch a clear day, you can really pick out the white sand and curving bays on some of them. Flight records show UA858 commonly passes near these island groups on the way across the Pacific. A little while after those islands, I got a shockingly clear view of Mount Fuji rising above the surrounding plains. It appeared as a lone cone sitting out from the cloud layer, a quiet, iconic sight that made me forget for a moment I was on an 11-hour flight. If you want a better chance of seeing Fuji, grab a seat on the left side of the plane when flying this route. After Japan, the plane really opens up into the Pacific. Hours of deep ocean and a huge sky. Sunset came somewhere mid-crossing. The kind where the sun's colors stretch along the cloud tops and the whole world turns gold, pink, then quickly to a clear night. The cabin dimmed. Most people try to sleep, and I watched a slow, dark settle across the ocean. Sometime in the middle of that night stretch, we crossed the international date line. It's an odd feeling. Nothing looks different from the window, but your calendar quietly steps back or forward while the engines come on. Flight trackers show this is where UA 858 spends a good chunk of its overnight hours. Night on a Trans-Pacific is its own mood. Soft cabin lights, a few glowing screens, the occasional meal cart. I tried to nap, but kept waking up to check the window. Sometimes I'd see just a dark ocean, sometimes a lone star above, and once in a while a tiny glint from a far-off ship. Those quiet hours make you feel like you're moving inside a different time zone, both literally and mentally. A few hours before touchdown, the eastern horizon started to glow. Dawn came slowly, a pale band of color that grew and finally pushed away the night. As we neared the U.S. West Coast, land outlines showed up, marshes, beaches, and a long, curving shoreline. We were approaching the San Francisco Bay Area from the south, so the classic Golden Gate viewpoint didn't line up on our approach. Instead, I watched the softer, quieter side of the bay wake up, San Mateo County shoreline, parts of the peninsula, tidal marshes, and low-lying islands in the bay. Typical UA 858 playbacks confirm many arrivals into SFO on this route come in from the south, which is why that North Bay Golden Gate shot doesn't always happen. We lined up and descended over water and salt flats, then over small neighborhoods on the peninsula. The runway came into view as the morning light hit the terminal roofs. We touched down around 8:30 a.m. local time, rolled along, and pulled into the international gates. The airport sits out on a bit of reclaimed land. You step off the plane, the air already smells a little different, cooler, and with that light Pacific breeze. Flight logs for UA 858 show arrivals around this time often, landing windows near 8 to 8:30 a.m., depending on operations that day. A few quick thoughts. Seeing the Aizu Islands first, then Fuji, that sequence felt cinematic. Fuji without its snow cap, as I saw it, still carried that perfect silhouette that makes you stop and stare. The long stretch of ocean at night was peaceful in a way that surprised me. It's easy to romanticize flying, but the quiet hum of an overnight crossing really felt like a small, shared adventure with everyone on board. And about the Golden Gate, I wanted that classic aerial shot, but what I got instead was quieter and maybe more honest. Suburb wakes, bay fog lifting, and a gentle California morning. Not bad at all. Thanks for joining me on UA 858 from Shanghai to San Francisco. If you like the window seat perspective, give this video a thumbs up and tell me in the comments which view you'd pick next. Do you prefer sunrise landings, night crossings, or flying over mountains like Fuji? Don't forget to subscribe for more Flight With Me journeys. See you in the next city, and safe travels.